This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Good evening and welcome to Headlines Now on NDTV Hindu with me, Evelyn Matthew. Just last month, a young auto driver lost his life on the streets of our state when a killer truck ran over him mercilessly, never to turn back to help him, never to turn back to even help his little orphans that they left behind. So who are the ones who step on the accelerators of these killer trucks? Is their identity a reason of shame for the Metro Water of our city? Is the traffic cop too sitting as a mute spectator to the killers on the loose? What does it take to nail down these unauthorized men and sometimes even boys? All of those questions will be answered in a jiffy. Joining me tonight in the studio is the Deputy Commissioner Traffic South Chennai, Vijendra Bidari, and a person whose blood boils every time the law does not take the course it should, like you and me. Mr. Traffic Ramaswamy is the second guest on Headlines Now. While our guests get charged up in just a minute, let's take a quick look at our top stories tonight. The killer water trucks of the city are on the loose, claiming water and blood. Metro Water says their hands are tied. 2 rounds of the transport elections in the state are announced. The DMK-led union is right on top and leading with a huge margin. Jayalalitha strikes Stalin for accusing her of mismanaging the marriage schemes in the state, says she's fared well in her times. Samsung's 6th largest fridge manufacturing unit makes Chennai home, and with that, MK Stalin tags Tamil Nadu the most desired investment hub.
500 companies like Samsung, Dell, Motorola, Videocon, etc. have chosen Tamil Nadu to establish their manufacturing plants.
Tamil Nadu celebrates the 6th World Organ Donation Day, but what the state still lacks is the word of mouth on the awareness factor. Teens of the city don the Green Crusaders cape. They get down and dirty to clean their hangout spot.
By doing this waste audit, we are trying to get statistical data of the garbage on the beach.
In the name of beautification, is the taxpayers' money going elsewhere? NDTV Hindu brings you the ground reality of some plush initiatives. And we bring you an exclusive peek into Collywood's maiden venture at Singapore.
சட்டதிட்டங்கள் நிறைந்த சிங்கப்பூரில் சட்டத்தை மீறுவதே எங்கள் வாடிக்கை.
Let's also take a look at what's making news nationally. Crucial papers which issued the Adarsh building with the green clearance and signatures of 2 ex-chief ministers are missing. The Delhi court directs the state's cop to file an FIR against Arundhati Roy, Gilani and 5 others after accusations of seditious speeches. The Congress sends out a strong message to Jagan Mohan Reddy about his channel's attack on Sonia and Rahul Gandhi, but Jagan's confidants say he didn't have a role. Ahead of the release of more leaked US documents, Washington warns Delhi there may be controversial references to the equation. Well, moving straight into our top story for the day, Chennai's water tankers are feared by many for their notorious reputation as killer trucks. Many fatal accidents involve the recklessly driven tankers, and a closer look reveals that many of the drivers are actually cleaners who do not have a formal training or even licensed to drive.
He is not old enough to qualify for a driving license, but he is the driver of this water tanker. Drivers like him who leave a trail of blood on Chennai's roads. This boy, Prajan, was orphaned at the age of 7. His mother abandoned him after his father was run over by a private tanker. Metro Water, the state-owned water supply service, has drafted nearly 10 private tanker operators to serve the city. But there are also hundreds of tankers which deliver water illegally to homes and offices in Chennai.
Most of the vehicles are rash driving and they never keep up the signal rules. And they, in the city time, that is in the peak time, they will be in the center of the road.
When contacted, the Metro Water authorities accepted their inability in reacting to complaints against lorry drivers. They fear that these drivers may not turn up to work the next day. And yes, they guessed it right.
ரொம்ப எதனா டார்ச்சர் கொடுத்துட்டாங்கன்னா அந்த மாதிரி டைம் யாருன்னா ஒருத்தர் ஓவராக ப்ராப்ளம் பண்ணிட்டா எங்களால் ஓட்ட முடியாதுன்னு கூட ஓரம் விட்டுருக்கிறோம்.
Metro Water does not appear to have any control over tanker drivers. In many cases, it does not even know if a driver is qualified for the job. Investigations into fatal accidents involving them reveal the driver of the vehicle was a cleaner without driving license.
So I'll take it to the notice of the Metro Water chief.
Despite complaints, the killer trucks continue to race through Chennai streets because the drivers are rarely booked for dangerous driving. Cases in single digits in a month because it is water and the supply line should not be disrupted. Well, is that fair justification? You decide. In Chennai, Salim for NDTV Hindu.
And rightly to take up this discussion with a police cop, we have with us in our studios Vijayendra Bidari, the Deputy Commissioner of the Traffic Department in South Chennai. Also joining us is Mr. Traffic Ramaswamy, social activist who've filed many petitions at the court in the past few years. First off to you, sir, I want to ask you, in your knowledge, in the last month at least, how many people have you booked who've been with the Metro Water trucks? Perhaps maybe for a case of drunken driving or for reckless, harsh, rash driving. How many have you booked?
See, every day traffic police books around 4,500 cases.
Right.
Of this, nearly 500 cases are of heavy vehicles. And of this, I think according to percentage, it must be around 100 cases per day, not more than that.
Okay. And when you say these cases that you've booked, do you mean that they are also not qualified to drive such heavy vehicles? Is that also a case?
Let me bring this discussion into perspective. There are around 40 lakh vehicles plying on Chennai's roads. Of these 40 lakh vehicles, around 3,500 vehicles are metro tankers, water tankers.
Right.
It is around 0.001% of all the vehicles which are plying in the city.
And all of them are driven by qualified drivers, would you say?
And this comes in the category of heavy motor vehicle. And on most roads in Chennai, the heavy motor vehicles are not plying during daytime. MTC buses, ambulances and metro water are exceptions because they are essential services to an extent.
Right, but are they driven by qualified drivers? Would you say that is the case?
All vehicles have to be driven by qualified drivers.
You're nodding your head and you're saying no. Tell us why. Do you think it's driven by qualified drivers?
Sorry. Even though the police knows very well he is not having any license also, they leave him as
is that the case?
Because they say some pressure, I don't know what the pressure going to see on the life of a person. When they check two-wheelers and other things,
right,
it's not at all there even 0.0%.
Right. Do you face pressure from your in your department? Is there any kind of pressure?
There is absolutely no pressure of any kind. And we should not blow the matter out of proportion. I think all vehicles all drivers have to adhere to traffic rules and norms. We are very secular in that. We don't differentiate between government vehicles or private vehicles. Even I contacted
Assistant Commissioner and Inspector Police.
Right.
Our hands are tied. We cannot book them as it is. That's what I heard. I'm having records.
Why does it take?
I object to such hearsay statements which are unsubstantiated.
No, sorry.
You should go by the facts and figures.
No, it's all facts. I can prove.
I can just tell you.
Can you suspend him?
Yeah, the drivers.
I'm sorry. I have even written by name, number, everything. Nothing has happened. Still that vehicle is moving on the road. I'm sorry.
Is there a...
They say, openly they say. Even the digital banners they say, our hands are tied.
This is quite the case that even a reporter maybe...
They are not for it.
I request Mr. Ramaswamy to be more objective and give me exact details. Because we take strict action in any case.
When you say strict action, what do you mean? What do you do at that point?
We can detain vehicles.
Not on the heavy vehicles, especially water tankers.
All right. When you say strict action, what do you do? When you say
we book cases, we book fines, we detain vehicles. And there's a proper fine according to traffic rules.
Motor Vehicle Act. As a permanent solution, what is on offer by the traffic department?
I will tell you what we are doing. We have a definite strategy to tackle this.
Right.
We realized that last year 3 fatal accidents have occurred because of metro water vehicles out of 600 which occurred in Chennai.
And so what are you doing?
We have a strategy for it, that is enforcement, engineering and education. The enforcement part, daily we are booking around 500-600 cases on heavy vehicles, including MTC buses, metro water vehicles and all other vehicles. That is heavy vehicles. Secondly, the engineering part. If you see any metro water vehicle, most of them, to reduce fatal accidents, we have got it installed a special shield which is installed between the front and the rear tires.
But many a times, Mr. Bidari, you know, I have seen myself, some of them who are drivers are little boys, barely even 18 years. So, in that respect, what is done then?
Even 15-year
even
boy
15 maybe, he's seen.
I have photos.
We definitely are taking action, and I assure you, whenever it has come to our notice, we have taken strict action.
I don't blame him, I'm sorry. But this is a situation prevailing in here. Everything they say, even writing they say. I got writing.
Right.
He has also sent one letter. They have taken, no actions are taken. Even today, whatever it may be, they are not enforcing at all. If enforcement is there, there won't be any matter at all. They only based on two-wheelers and cars, everything, but not on heavy vehicles. Even transport vehicles, 50% are worse on the road, not worthy.
Let us be more objective, and of course, when he is telling me it's a definite complaint, if he gives the number, we will definitely take strict action. And
thank you very much.
We are enforcing daily and on a very regular basis.
Don't say, and but not much on the transport
let me just complete. What I'm saying is that as the number of vehicles is going up, population is going up, we should be very happy that the number of fatal accidents, number of accidents in Chennai has come down. And it is not a very easy achievement. Every day we are fighting it out to ensure that the number of fatalities come down. We take our job very seriously.
Absolutely.
And what he is taking, I am taking it very seriously. And if he gives me details, I assure him we'll take strict action.
Absolutely. It is a tough task, we understand. But like you said, this is something that happens in the night, heavy vehicles that are being driven around. So is there a special task team, as in a special operation which goes on to check these drivers at night, like we say?
Definitely. There are specific locations at which night checking is done, not at all locations.
On the highway specifically maybe?
It is a surprise pattern checking, and definitely around 25 locations all over the city, we are conducting checking every day night.
Right. But when we spoke to the Metro Water Department, when our reporter spoke to the Metro Water Department, they said their hands are again tied, because if they are suspending or if they send out a warning, these guys would just run off, and then there's nothing much that they can do. Is there something that you can do along with the Metro Water Department in liaison?
We can certainly liaison.
No, the Transport Department has to do it. They cannot do anything unless the Transport Department has to do that. Because fitness certificate, everything they are doing it, not police.
Right, but he said maybe awareness and education in engineering is perhaps what they are doing from their side. Do you think that can really solve the case then?
I don't think by education everything.
We have to take a very objective and scientific approach to the problem.
When you say scientific approach, what do you mean?
See, the number of vehicles is dwindling. If you see 10-15 years ago, there were around 10-15,000 metro water vehicles. As the amenities have improved, water amenities have improved, the number of vehicles have come down. Today it is around 3,500. Even in that, we have brought engineering changes. As I told you, a shield is installed on both the sides. Because of that, the number of fatal accidents has come down. Apart from that, we are enforcing strictly. Lot of cases are booked daily. There may be one or two exceptions. I don't say no. Whenever it comes to our notice, we take strict action. And I'm sure within a few months and over the period of time, we will curb this menace totally.
All right. As a citizen, what can you really do to bring notice to a policeman like him? What do you think?
Many citizens are reporting me.
Yes.
I am saying something. Even for that days, simply say writing, we are taking action, that's all.
Right.
Next day the same vehicle.
As an assurance, what can you tell a citizen like Mr. Ramaswamy?
Even
that,
to me
that
it has
writing
happened.
and a complaint is not where it's going to begin or end, but there is assurance. As an assurance, what can you tell him?
I assure you, traffic police is doing everything, and it's more than exceeding its powers and trying to do the best for the citizens, and the results are also showing. We are having very few fatalities.
Watching and saluting.
And we take these suggestions also seriously, and as he has told,
thank you very much.
He has brought it to the notice some vehicle which is violated. If he gives me the details, I'll take strict action in this case also.
Thank you very much for that.
All right.
You should not think that citizens should complain. Your staff should see anything there, they have to take action.
Well,
we should not think like that.
That is our duty, and we don't do it.
That is there.
Yes.
I think we can solve, as you say.
All right, wait for no complaint, but act on the spot is what he says. I'm sure
that's
something that
citizens will act as our force multipliers, augmenting our force.
And everything they say.
Traffic police may not be there at every location, but citizens will be there.
Not necessary.
So they can help us out, and we are doing our best. I can assure you.
Now that he mentioned CCTVs, is that also used to perhaps identify some of these drivers?
Nothing. So far, nothing.
Have you put that to use to do?
Only two-wheelers and four-wheelers.
Is that the case?
I can
Let
say.
me respond.
Please go ahead.
Recently, one hit and run case was there. Nobody knew. It was sometime late in the night hours, around 2 o'clock. One accident occurred. Nobody knew anything about the vehicle. The vehicle was detected and the person was arrested based on CCTV footage.
Right.
So we are putting it to good use, and over the things are in the pipeline, and very shortly more cameras will come in, and things are going to be more electronic evidence-based enforcement is going to pick up in the city.
All right, I guess you leave us with just hope, the citizens, and that trust as well, perhaps, in the traffic police. Thanks very much, Mr. Bidari, Mr. Ramaswamy as well, for joining us tonight on the discussion. It's been a pleasure talking to you both.
Thank you.
I hope.
Well, moving to other news now, in perhaps what could be a prelude to the big polls that's coming up in the state in just a few months' time. The transport elections are over, and the results are also much awaited, although the numbers could swing either side. The AIADMK and the DMDK-backed unions are already sweating as the counting is underway. Officially, though, only round 1 and round 2 of the elections have been announced. And as of now, the DMK-backed union is still leaving the AIADMK and the DMDK-backed unions trailing behind by almost a 5-fold margin. During the counting, one booth had experienced minor problems, following which counting was halted there. But the election now seems to be testing the vote banks, at least, for all the parties gearing up for the legislative elections scheduled to take place in a few months' time. The final results are expected to be out by tomorrow. Joining us over the phone line right now is our political reporter Shabir Ahmed, who is keeping a close watch on those elections and the results that are much awaited. Shabir, thanks for joining us. Take us through what the mood among both the camps are at the moment.
Well, the mood among DMK camp is extremely upbeat after they have been leading in the second round. In fact, 16,000 is something which they have secured so far. And it is almost some 10,000 margin. They are leading in 10,000 margin. So extremely, the DMK men are happy. But at the same time, it's the worrying factor is for the left parties because they have been on the forefront on each and every labor issue in the state. But this election, it appears that they have not performed well. And at the same point of time, Anna Tolichangam and the DMDK combination that joined hands recently has also witnessed a setback. In fact, they have only secured 3,700 votes so far. So it's a matter of concern for the left and the AIADMK DMDK combination. But at the same at this point, the DMK seems to be leading in this polls, and in fact, we have been waiting for the results since morning. But officially, they say that the counting is on, and it will continue till late night, and final results will be announced by tomorrow morning. So that is something which we have been receiving, but now it's a matter of concern for left and the AIADMK because they wanted some kind of hold on the labor front, but it seems that they are facing a setback in the second round, Evelyn.
Right. Thanks very much indeed, Shabir, for joining us with those details. Clearly a Sunday that's going to spell judgment for both the parties there. Still ahead on headlines now. Teen Power heads to the favourite Sandy spot to give it the facelift it needs so dearly.